So guys, super exciting. Today we are talking about the basics of Forex trading. That's what we are talking about. This is the Entrepreneurs Chat. Guys, we're a group of entrepreneurs meeting every weekday between 8 and 9 to talk about different aspects of business, different aspects of entrepreneurship. And today I'm super excited to be with Lwazi Fx. Hey bro, how you doing, man?
I'm alright, seeing you, bro. How's it going?
I'm super thanks, man. I'm super thanks. So Lulu is saying I pray and hope Lwazi is not like she is. Guys, I will not bring someone who's dodgy here. I would not do that. I will not bring someone who's dodgy
Nah,
here. But the point is, obviously, we need to hear, what this is about and get some education, right? That's what we need to do.
100%.
And that's the point of this chat today.
All right,
So
cool.
yeah, you can just
Yeah.
introduce yourself and just tell us how long you've been in the game, and perhaps maybe what inspired you to get into the game.
Okay, so first and foremost, my name is Lwazi. My name is Lwazi Ndebele. I am currently 21 years of age. I'm actually turning 22 in the next few days. So basically, what inspired me to trade was that I was never the one to want to go to school and, acquire a degree and acquire knowledge from university or whatever, etc. Right? So I've always wanted to pursue a different route in life, right? So I started doing my trading journey after high school. So I had an interest in high school, however, it wasn't as big until after high school. So I started trading in 2021 up until now, right? So I've been trading, you could possibly say, successfully slightly under 3 years, so about 2 years and 4 months. But in general, as a whole, I've been trading for the past 3 years, right? So basically, the idea of me trading, I like the fact that it gives me freedom and the fact that I'm able to work anywhere and I can literally just create two setups in the market every day, right? And depending on how my setups are followed, I can make about maybe 5K, 6K a day. And if you just do that 3 times in a week, you've almost made 20 to 15 to 20,000, and that is someone's salary who can potentially be working in a full month, you know, or in a full 3 months, because it's bad out there for some people, some people only earn 20K within 3 months, right? Whereas if you can get into the forex market, understand the skill, grasp the skill, and truly understand that forex is not a get rich fast scheme. If you try and get into forex thinking it's a get rich fast scheme, you will blow a lot of money. I first did that in the beginning. I tried to turn 1,000 into 50,000. I literally blew 40,000 rand quickly, and it's very easy to blow money when you're thinking it's a get rich fast scheme, because it's not. You have to literally understand the skill, chase the skill. Once you chase the skill and you understand the skill, the money will chase you, not the other way around. Never try and chase the money, because when you chase the money, it will never go right? So I just enjoyed the fact that I was able to be at home. I was able to go anywhere, travel. All I need is my laptop and my phone, and internet connection, and I'm good. And the other thing as well about Forex is that anything in the world can happen, right? For example, we had COVID happen, right? And I can still earn money. Any single thing in the world can happen. We can be on lockdown, we can be on a zombie apocalypse, we can be, anything can happen, right? But I will still be able to trade, because Forex is basically the foreign exchange market. It never closes, right? So whether the economy is collapsing, America's going through whatever, there's drought happening wherever, this is whatever is going on, once I obtain the skill, I will forever be able to trade and make money regardless of what's going on in the world. And that's one thing I enjoy, because other jobs, for example, when it's COVID, you got retrenched. You couldn't go out. You were at home the whole time. You couldn't make any money. And some people only pay you as you work, And yeah, I didn't like that. So basically, my journey so far has been good. It's been very good. Like I said, I've been trading since 2021 up until 2023, this year, obviously. And I can only safely say that things for me were looking great in 2022. So last year, beginning of last year, then my life was starting to change, you know. So 2021 was just an introduction to it. I was blowing money left, right, center because I was trying to get into it fast and get money and obtain as much money as possible because people on Instagram sell you a lifestyle and then you believe that. Because one thing people don't understand is that the biggest traders still lose money. They just don't show you, right? The guys who are on Instagram flexing money and showing that they've made um, 2K into 50,000 Rand. That's very much true. However, these guys blow money as well, right? I've seen people blow 500,000 in front of my eyes, right?
Wow.
I have friends who trade Forex, but they will never show you that they are blowing money, right? So there's big guys out there who literally blow money. And the guy who blew this 500,000 was literally last week. It was during an NFP session, right? This man literally tried to take 500,000 to a bigger amount, which is very much possible. However, it never went his way, and he literally blew 400,000. But
Wow, man.
he won't show people the side of that. So as much as you're a great trader, you're big, and you've known the market for the past 6 years, you can never always just win in trading. You do make those losses. So yeah.
Awesome, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, guys, man, this is the Entrepreneurs Chat, guys. We're a group of entrepreneurs who meet every weekday between 8 and 9 to talk about different aspects of business, different aspects of entrepreneurship. So, if this is your first time here, thank you for joining us. If you want to know when we go live, please join our WhatsApp group if you want to get the link. The link is in the bio in my link tree. So you want to go and do that. So, guys, we've invited Lwazi here today. So, man, I see a lot of requests, guys. So this platform, guys, we hear from the guest and we listen. Then we can request later when we actually have questions in aligned with what the host has said. I think that's the whole point, to get educated. That's how things work, right? We need to learn. So Denzel, thank you for the likes. Everything, thank you for the likes. Lulu, Naki, White Age, thank you for the likes. Denzel, thank you for sharing the live. Guys, you can tap on your screens as many times as you want. TikTok doesn't stop you. That's how you can like the live so that other people can see the live. Ongeziwe, thank you for the likes as well. So, bro, let's talk about the basics of trading. You spoke about a lot of terms already, which I caught up when I hear Forex language, right? Things like blow, all these things, right? So we're going to go into those things one by one. But I think what is important is to break down that language as well to the simplest of terms so that
Okay.
people can understand exactly what we are talking about, right? So
Okay.
let's first talk about the basics. You know, what are the basics of foreign currency trading? So during my research, I learned something called currency pairs. So you can go through like what are the basics, then we can work from there. Just like what is the opportunity when it comes to forex trading?
Okay, now this is a very good question, right? And let me try and answer this properly, right? There's a difference between forex trading and investment, right?
Mm.
I don't do investments. I am a forex trader. So I trade whether it's currencies, whether it's futures, whether it's bonds, whether it's indices, NAS 100. I'm not an investment person. I trade, right? So people come to me and say, Lwazi, I have 2K. If I invest 2K, what can I get? Forget that, scratch that. You're not investing your money, you are trading your money, right? So your currency pairs, you have, for example, you have Euro USD, you have GBP USD. There's so many currency pairs out there, right? So, for example, you have
You
USD.
might want to explain what's euro and GDP, my guy. So like really this is basics today. You know what I'm trying to say?
Base, okay, euro is the currency of
Of
euros.
Europe, right? And
You know what I'm
GBP is
saying?
the pound. Like you want
Yeah,
to
it
really
can't get more
break
basic
it
than
down
that.
like that.
Yeah, as I was saying. So your currency pairs, right? Try to make it as basic as easy. So
You
your
know, it's
euro
just
is basically like
it's
your
just the
euro.
terminology. You know, sometimes people would talk in acronyms and say, especially
Yes,
consultants, just
yes.
talk in acronyms. But we just want to like just say, okay, it means this.
Yeah, yeah, it means that. Okay, so your euros is your euros, and then GBP is the British Great Pound, right?
Yeah.
So your euro is what you're trading. That's your base. That's your base currency, and then you're going against the GBP. That's the quote, right? So all you're basically doing is, for example, I'll give you a great example. Right now we're in South Africa, right? If I was to fly to go to America, right, and I change 50 Rand into dollars, right? They will probably give me 50 Rand into dollars, would be like, I don't know, maybe $2, for example.
Yeah,
I've
probably
just done
$2. Yeah.
Forex. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've just done Forex, but I've done Forex physically. So all you're doing literally is trying to understand which currency pair at a given rate will be higher or lower in the future. So
Mm.
you're trading. So
Mm.
you can choose to pick the British pound, you can choose to trade the ZAR, you can choose whatever. So you pick something and then you have to change that. And then you have to try and understand whether it will be up or down.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, so
Yeah.
what you're saying is I choose to say, okay, let's say the South African Rand, I'm going to choose and I'm going to be trading with the US dollar, right? And
Yes. So you
I'm
have
sort
the
of
ZAR USD.
the ZAR USD, right? And I'm basically
Yes.
saying that, so you say the base currency for me could probably be the ZAR. Let's say it's the South African
Yeah.
Rand.
So
And
so
I'm
yeah, so
saying,
the first currency is the base. And then the second one is
mm,
the quote. So your base would
mm,
be the ZAR. Whatever is first is the base. So you're believing that the ZAR will be stronger. So
mm,
if you're buying ZAR USD, you're believing that the ZAR will be stronger because you're going
mm.
against the quote. Okay.
Okay, so there are other things that are involved, right? Like platforms, right? Such as
Mm-hmm.
Octa FX. I mean, that's the one you see most of these days, right? With various influencers and all these things.
Yes. Yes.
Tell us about Octa. Not
Mm-hmm.
even, not. I'm not saying tell us about Octa FX itself and what you think about it, but does everyone
Mm-hmm.
have to go through a platform? How do you even like start and set up an
Okay.
account? How does this work?
Okay. So when you say platform, the correct term is a broker, right?
Broker. Thank you. Thank
So
you. Thank you.
yes. So everyone needs a broker, and there are different brokers in the
Mm,
entire country, in the world, right? So you have your alpha markets, you have Volt markets, you have Octa FX, you have RCG markets, um, you have TD markets, right? So I personally, I know nothing about Octa FX. That's not my broker, right?
that's what your
So
broker.
my
Okay.
broker, yeah, my broker is RCG markets. I
Mm-hmm.
can tell you everything about RCG markets. And the thing with Forex as well, with Forex brokers, you have to try and get the best broker out there because different brokers provide different spreads, different leverages, and those things affect your trading in the Forex market, right? If your leverage, for example, your broker only allows 1 is to 5,000, right? That means that you can't open a lot of positions with a smaller account, right? Whereas my broker allows different leverages. I can use 1 is to 2,000, 1 is to 5,000, 1 is to 1,000. So I use 1 is to 2,000. So I can open less positions, right? I mean, more positions with a smaller account. If that makes sense. So some
So wait, do you
accounts,
know? Uh-huh.
yeah. So
I'm
some
just laughing
accounts,
because. Uh-huh. So
yeah,
let me tell you why I'm laughing because
yeah.
already there are three terms that you're gonna have to explain:
Okay,
positions, spreads, leverage. Those are three
okay,
things already that you're gonna have to explain here, right?
okay. 100%.
So, but it's all good. We will go down
Yeah.
into it, right? Okay. So first of all, let's go into the basics in terms of why a
Mm,
broker. Like, why can't people just the forex market is there? Why can't people just
mhm.
go themselves and why can't I, Henry, just open an account and start trading forex, man? Direct, like why?
Because okay, Forex broker is basically like a bank for Forex. Simplest term.
Mm, mm,
That makes sense. So you can't really connect your physical bank account to Forex, right?
mm.
So the Forex brokers is it's basically, I'm not saying it is, it's basically like a bank for Forex. So you fund your broker money, and then your broker allows you to put money into your Forex account. And then when you withdraw money from your broker's account, your broker then puts the money into your physical banking account, right?
Okay.
So you can't physically trade from your FNB account into your
Into
trading
the
app.
forex market. So
You have to have a broker.
you need
Yeah.
a broker to engage the forex market.
Yes.
That's basically what you need. So I think
100%.
that's where sometimes
100%.
it gets tricky, because I'm also seeing here someone is talking Olymp trades. You know, you also gave us RCG. You said I also talked about Octa FX. So basically, you're saying that there are different types of brokers. There are different brokers anyway, but you need to know
100%.
what you want so that you can
100%.
choose the right broker, right? So
100%.
here you
Exactly.
spoke about, okay, so in our basic example, let's say that ZAR to whatever rand is 1 is to 20 today. In my mind, I think, something is going to happen. And I think the rand is going to get weakened. Then I buy whatever, maybe 800 rands worth of USDs. That's 40 US dollars, right? Then what I'm actually thinking happens, then it moves from 1 is to 20 to probably 1 is to 25. It means that I'm making like a 5 rand profit on, in simple
Yes.
terms, right? On the 40
Simple
rands.
terms. Of the
That's
40
how,
rands.
that's on the 40 US dollars. And that's what, 200 rands that I've made, I think.
It's about 200
Yeah.
rand. Yeah.
200 rands that I've made, right? So if I can do this, can you talk about, obviously it's a little profit that I've made, right? It's 200 bucks. So where does the concept of leveraging come in, and why is that important?
Okay, so what leverage basically does for you, right? Leverage allows you to open more trades with with a smaller account, right?
Mm,
So if your leverage, for example, there's three types of leverages. There's 1 is to 1,000, 1 is to 2,000, 1 is to 5,000. So the lower your leverage is, the more you're risking and the more you can actually get out as your potential outcome, right? So for example, let's say my account is now on 2,000. My account in my trading app is only on 2,000, right?
hmm
Understand that if I have 2,000, I'm giving an example now. If I have
Yeah.
2,000, I can't, let's say, open more than 10, 10 trades in one go, right? Whereas if my leverage is literally 1 is to 2,000, right? I can open 18 trades with a 2,000 Rand account, right? So I'm
Mm,
trying to make more money with a smaller account, but at the same time, if the trade goes south, doesn't go my right way, I'm also going to lose the money very much quickly. So I'm risking more to get a bigger payout. So the higher the leverage, you want to protect yourself basically. If your leverage is lower, you want to fight the market and you want to make more money, if that makes
mm,
sense. Yes.
yeah. Yeah.
So
All right,
I
cool. So,
use I
uh-huh.
use the average leverage. I don't use the lowest one. I use 1 is to 2,000. That's just the medium leverage.
Mm,
Yes.
okay. So now if you are saying that, so you're basically borrowing money from the broker. That's what you're doing.
Not borrowing money. You're giving the broker money.
Okay. So you're giving,
So
so
once you take
uh-huh.
So once you take 2,000 from your FNB app into RCG markets, that money is now for the broker. The only moment that money becomes yours is when you request for a withdrawal. But that money is now in the broker. But at
hmm
any given point, you can withdraw the money whenever you want. It's not
Yeah.
like the money is there forever. However, there's different brokers that scam you. So you can make
Okay.
you can make you can make 80 grand in a trade and then you try and withdraw it, but then nothing is happening.
Sure. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. So you can try and withdraw your money from, I don't know which brokers out there scam, but there are scam brokers. And then
Mm.
let's say for example, like my one friend made I think 280 grand, right? And he tried to withdraw it, however, it wasn't happening. He couldn't
Oh,
withdraw the money. So you can trade and trade
like
and trade
triple
and
M.
trade. Yeah, you can trade and make your money. The day you try and withdraw it, your broker is giving you problems. So you have to try and get the best broker out there. You have to try and understand who is using what. Don't just go into there and use any broker that you want to use.
So how did you select a broker? Like, what did you look at? Um,
So
Triple M wasn't a broker. Yes, Triple M is not a broker, but the point is J Rockstar. When people wanted to withdraw money from Triple M, they had money on their screens, but when they wanted to withdraw it, they couldn't. That's the point. So how did you search, and what sort of process did you go through to sort of look for a broker?
So understand that every single broker, not every single broker, but a majority of different brokers have someone of great influence promoting for that broker, right?
Mm,
So my mentor that I had back in the past was using RCG markets, right? And then there's a bigger trader. I'm not so sure if guys know him. His name is Leadership, a very big trader. He's also using
mm,
RCG markets, right? So all you basically do is try and understand the broker. You go onto Instagram and then you see different traders using RCG markets. You look at RCG markets, you read through the T's and C's, what they provide, what they don't provide, and you basically need to understand that who is trading with them and have you actually seen them trading with the RCG market. So, for example, I saw my mentor actually trading with RCG markets, and then I saw Leadership trading with them. So then I ended up believing that it was trustworthy, and there hasn't been any scam alert with RCG markets. There's been a scam alert low key with Trade 245. The thing with Trade 245, I'm not here to bash them, but they do what you call this, they do allow you to withdraw your money. However, sometimes you get like when you try and withdraw larger amounts, they give you difficulties, or during news events, during fundamentals, they give you off codes and then you can't enter your positions anymore and stuff like that. And also as well, you have to make sure that your broker is registered. You know, your broker is regulated as well. I think it's the FC. Yeah, it's here on the comments. It's the FCCA,
FSCA.
right? You need to make sure. Yeah, you need to make sure your broker is under that system. It's the same thing as when you go into school. You need to make sure that your school is under Umalusi and your school is credited. You know, your school is legit.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, so you
that's
need to just understand all those things and literally dig deeper into it. And then whether you feel comfortable or not, it's your choice to join or not to join.
awesome. You also spoke about spreads and positions. Or maybe you've already covered that, but I don't know if you want to explain that further.
Okay, so positions is basically how many times you've entered that trade, right?
Mm,
So I'll give you an example. Let's say I am trading NAS 100, which is an indice. I'm trading NAS 100 and I only buy it once, right? That's one position, right?
mm,
If I end up buying NAS 100 5 times, I've entered the market 5 times. That's 5 positions,
yeah.
right? And then spreads. What the spreads is when you're trading forex, right? Right. So your indices normally always have high spreads. They normally always fluctuate between 250 to 230 or 200 or something around that range, right? However, when you're trading with a currency pair, you want to look for lower spreads, which means that the market won't be as volatile, so you won't get wiped out quickly, right? So now, with the spreads on currency pairs, if a currency pair has a spread of 80, 80 to 90, that is a very high spread for that currency. That's a
Mm,
very high spread. And you never want to be trading with the high spreads because they can kick you out the market very quickly, right? So
mm,
you want to try and trade with low spreads being um, 5, 10, 6, 15. That's a good spread. So you can slightly hold those positions for a longer time.
mm. All
Yeah.
right, cool.
And
So,
also, one thing I want to say as well, what I want to say as well, because I'm seeing a comment here, it's like a casino. The more people lose, the more they make money, right? I want to especially say one thing, for example, right? Forex is not Betway, okay?
mm,
Forex is not Betway. It is not a casino. It's nothing like that, right? Once you obtain the skill, once you understand the market, once you understand liquidity, once you understand candlestick reversals, support and resistance, supply and demand, zones, structures, once you understand all of those things, right, you're increasing your win rate. You can never win 100%. All you're
Mm.
doing is increasing your win rate. However, with Betway, if I bet that Chelsea will win, I don't know. It's a 50-50 game. That's literally a gamble. Because Forex is
Yeah.
not a gamble. All you're doing is increasing your win rate. But truly understand that you're still going to lose. I still take losses, but I win more than I was losing in the beginning. You know?
Mm.
So it is not a gamble. It is not a casino. Forex only becomes a gamble when you go onto your phone and you click Euro GBP and then you click buy without even doing any analyzing, anything. You just click buy. That's a gamble because you have no idea
Awesome.
what's going on. You haven't seen the charts. You haven't analyzed. You don't even look at your structure. Don't even look at liquidity. That's a gamble. But when you
Mm.
understand the structure and you analyze before you put in your trades, all you're doing is increasing your win rate to about maybe 80 to 87% or whatever the case be. So yeah.
Awesome. And let's talk about, you talk about the analysis, right? In your mind, right? What informs your analysis? What do you look at? As you said, it's not just, you don't go to your phone and just say click buy. Tell us, like, in simple terms, bro. Like, because obviously you are looking at ultimately, okay, in my mind, maybe I'm wrong, right? And please tell me if I'm wrong. I'm sort of, if I'm saying, the rand is going to weaken, and I've bought whatever, the US dollar, right? And I'm saying the US dollar is going to, increase in value. What have
Okay.
I looked at? Or ideally, what should I have looked at? Am I looking at events in that country? What am I looking at?
So now there's two types of trading, right? There's
So you
technical
said what, sorry?
analysis. There's two types of trading,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's technical analysis and then there's fundamental trading, right?
Mm.
So what fundamental traders do is they rely on news events. So literally on their laptop they have CNB, whatever, I think it's CNBA, whatever opened
Mm-hmm.
up. They have all these news indicators opened up. They have the economy rate of
CNN.
different
Yeah.
countries. Yeah, they have all these news all these new things opened up to try and interpret whether to buy or sell that current currency, right? So example, they'll open up the news factors in America, right? So obviously, if something bad is happening in an economy, you want to sell that currency pair, right? So those traders rely on news events, whereas I don't do that.
Mm.
I am strictly technical analysis. So what I do is I make my analysis off the charts, right? I go and interpret the charts. I understand the charts. I look at the trend of the charts. I can't really say exactly as to how I get my trade, because that would be giving off my mentorship that people actually pay for. But I go and interpret the chart and I understand what's going on. I look for certain positions, whether it's an uptrend, downtrend. I basically put my setups in, and if my market get respected, I make the trade.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, so I don't use fundamentals at all. I don't use fundamentals. I don't use any apps. I don't look at CNA. I don't at all. I don't know anything that's happening in America right now. I know nothing at all, right? I am strictly a technical analysis trader. I try and understand the candlesticks to make my trade.
Mm. 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 Wow. So that's, is that, would you say that just, it's looking at, is that informed by patterns and stuff
Yeah,
and
so
trends?
you use different strategies. You can be looking at patterns, you can be looking at trends, you can be looking at supply and demand, you can be looking at your zones, you can be looking at liquidity, you can be looking at how there's a candlestick reversal, looking at looking at getting your Jody candlesticks, looking at getting your Morningstar candlesticks. You're looking at different things to interpret whether it'll be a buy or a sell.
Mm. Wow, wow, man. And and is that like an everyday thing that you like
Yes,
really have,
literally.
you're on the
Yes.
ball every single
So
day?
so so how I do it, how I trade, I'm a full-time trader. How I do it, so how my week goes basically, right? So Sunday is the day when the market not opens, it opens on Monday, but in the AMs, right? So Sunday at about 7. So 7 until 8, right? I will do my analyzing, right? I will go onto the trading view. I'll go on the platform. I will look at different currency pairs. I will look at which one is creating a setup that I trade my strategy, right? I will look at different currency pairs. I will look at different indices for that week, right? And then Monday, Monday, I wouldn't really trade Monday because you know how Mondays are. So Monday, I don't force a trade. I just let the market continue forming its structure, right? And then Tuesday is when I look for potential trades, right? So all I'm doing is making sure that my setups are still being met, right? Everything I drew on my charts is still being met. So basically, my first analysis starts on Sunday. Sunday evening, I make sure I'm at the crib, I'm at home on the Sunday before 6. I come back home at 6, and then from 6 until 9, I'm strictly on the charts. I'm just looking at different currency pairs, trying to understand how it's moving, understanding liquidity, understanding different types of stuff, how it's going, the patterns. And then Monday, I can potentially trade depending how the setups look on Monday. But I don't force them because Monday can be a lot of manipulation in the market because it's a Monday, right? And then
Mm.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I look for trades. I don't trade every day of the week. I don't force a trade. If there's no setup there, I don't trade at all because you find out that Tuesday I can make 20,000 and then Thursday I blow the entire 20,000. There's no need to be greedy. Whatever the market gives you, accept it and continue moving with your life, right? Because you can't just pick up 20K off the ground. You will never
I
do that.
love it. Well, don't be greedy.
You will never wake up, you're walking in 4 ways more, and then you pick up
Mm.
20K off the ground. That will
That's
never
what I
happen
always
to
tell
you.
people. You
So
never pick up a client, man, in the streets. You will never. It will never happen.
exactly,
Mm.
exactly. So if on Tuesday, if I make 20K, sometimes I don't trade the entire week, you
Mm.
know. But if I make 5K on Tuesday, I'll possibly trade on Wednesday, Thursday. If I make another 20K on Wednesday, Thursday, I won't trade on Friday. It's that simple.
Nah, that's dope, bro. That's dope. So obviously, dude, I think there's I think that's the thing. I think what people really want to know at the end of the day is who to trust, right? I guess that's the
Yeah,
thing, right? Is like who to trust. How do you get the right mentorship and all these things? How did you
yeah.
choose your mentor, for example, the person who mentored you, and how was that process like in terms of how much of an investment was it, like time wise and all these things? Then of course you did have to be in the game, losing money and doing all
Mm,
these things that you were
hmm
doing. But how did
hmm
is it because it was someone you knew personally, or how did it work?
Okay, so how this thing worked out is because there's a guy who was trading, right? And I think at that time I was 20 and then he was 17.
Mm,
He was 17 and I was 20. And this guy's lifestyle at 17 was ridiculous. I
mm,
kid you not, this guy had more money than guys who are literally 30 years of age, right? This guy is driving grown man cars at 17. And this is all
mm,
his money. However, his
mm,
course was very expensive. I think he charged about 3,000, right? So then I went down, I digged down into his students, right? So his students were not so bad as well. And there's one guy who was also not too bad, right? He then charged me, I think it was 1.8 for the course, the exact same course that he took from the other guy, right?
mm,
It was now 1.8, right? So then I took this course, and then the lesson was about it was about 2 hours, that lesson, right? So obviously, once you get the skill, right, you won't make money the following day. Let's just understand that, right? He taught me the skill. He taught me what to do. He taught me what to look into, where to research, and what I should find out, right? So then I took that information and then you practice it every single day. You keep on practicing and practicing and practicing. You need to just keep on perfecting your craft, right? You need to just keep on perfecting your craft and then understanding different stuff, different types of stuff in the market. So every single day I was practicing. And even after I got my mentor, I was still losing money. However, I lost less money, right? So in the beginning, when I had no mentor, I was doing it by myself. Bro, I almost lost, I think by myself, within the first day, the first day by myself, on that very same day, I lost 6,000 just by
Wow.
myself,
Mm,
right? And then I was like, yo, what's going on? Right. And then I continued trying it, blowing money. I found 1K, blow it. Next week, I found 1K, blow it. Right. And I was like, nah, let me stop. This is a waste of money. Ne? I then got my mentor. With my mentor, I was still blowing, but I was blowing less. And this time I was also winning at the same time. Right. So even though I got my mentor, it's not that now you have a mentor, you will now be successful. Basically, what I believe is that your mentor helps you to lose less money. Right. So as I got him, I was now losing less money. And then it gets to a point whereby your wins are bigger than your losses. And
and they're
then
increasing.
from there, yeah, and then from there, you keep on getting better and better and better and better and better, and then things just take off from there.
Awesome, man. You know what? So one question, right? Which people will be like, if we are people will always be about, and I see some people saying we're ignoring comments, guys. If we address all the comments, they are so random at times. We will not going to learn anything because everyone is
Yeah.
asking it, and you guys were asking know about forex. There are some people who don't know about forex, so you're asking
Sorry,
very
sorry. There's
specific
one question
forex
over here.
questions which are based
Sorry.
on forex, but others don't know what forex is. So that's why we want to learn the fundamentals. Then we'll address questions. So yes, I know some people feel like we're ignoring them, but that's how we operate these lives. Because yes, you guys you know the game, but there are others who don't even know anything about it. So if you could
Mhm.
just be patient with us. Yes, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I saw here, Lwazi, to talk about the account managers out there that commented with that question with the account managements. Okay, so basically, understand that if you give someone money to manage your account, right, this person actually needs to be licensed to do that.
Hmm.
So people out there are giving people money to manage their accounts, right? And those people are mostly scammers. And the thing is, the reason why those guys have to be licensed is because when they are licensed and they lose your money, laws protect them.
Hmm.
So if you're giving a guy money to trade for you and he is not licensed, right? He's most likely to scam you, take your money and say, my sister, I'll take your 2,000 into 50,000, and then you take them the next day and he's gone. So please avoid account management and literally just try obtain the skill. I am telling you now that there is so much money being made in Forex, it's ridiculous, right? Because I'll tell you something as well, right? Do you realize that on an average, every day from Monday to Friday, right? The foreign exchange market trades $6.1 trillion.
Wow. Hmm.
$6.1 trillion is being fluctuated every single day. That is too much money. That is too much money. There's people who are making 80K a day. I'm telling you, I've seen it. There's people who are making ridiculous amounts of money. People pushing 1 million in 2 weeks. There's so much money that is in Forex, people have no idea. So stop being lazy and stop trying to pursue account management. The ones who are licensed, I will say, okay, go into it, right? Because they are licensed, they know the skill. And because they are licensed, they understand that if they lose your money, laws protect them, you know?
Hmm.
But however, avoid account management and just learn the skill.
So would you say the many instances of being scammed? Of course, we talked about these brokers, whereby you can trade under using their brokerages and fail to withdraw your money. The other one we've just spoken about right now is these account managers, where you're literally handing someone your money and saying you do what you have to do.
Yeah.
And are those like sort of the main instances that you have seen where people are actually being scammed? I see Tina here is talking about, what about AI bot software that runs your account? Do you have any thoughts on that as well?
Yes. Okay. So, like I said again, softwares and robots and all of those things, yes, some of them do work. However, some of them don't. And like I said, it's just that simple, guys. Because understand that a robot is somebody's skill implemented into a software.
Mm,
So literally that's what it is. A robot is somebody's strategy implemented into a software, and this thing basically gives you direction when to sell and buy and whatever. So depending how good his technique is, that will affect the robot.
mm.
So yes, I was once there as well. I once bought a robot. Literally, I bought a robot. I think the beginning of my trading career, I bought a robot. This robot cost me, I think it was 800 rand. This robot, it was useless. It was
Mm,
useless. It made me money, but the money was 200 rand. And then the following week I blew or whatever, and then it was useless. However, there are robots out there that do make money, and all these traders do is just it's marketing, right? You get two types of traders. You get guys who are good at trading but bad at marketing. You get guys who are good at marketing, right, but are bad at trading.
mm,
So someone can go onto Instagram, market their robot, and because people believe every single thing they see on Instagram, they then
mm.
believe that this robot will make them millions.
Especially
Guys,
if they have an M4. If they put an
yeah.
M4 there in the GTI,
Then you believe that you're
then
gonna
people are
make money.
finished.
Very much true. Very much
If you
true.
just put an M4 in the
Yeah,
Golf,
just in a golf, and
it's
you're
done.
you're done. You're done.
It's
You're
done.
sorted. It's done. You have them on a grip hold. It's done. Guys, the
Wow.
skill the skill is very easy to obtain, and I
Yeah.
I
So tell
promise
us
you,
about
once
your
you get the
mentorship, bro.
skill.
Tell us about like how you mentor people, right? Because I'm sure it's and why would you mentor people? I think people sometimes are like, what, if this is working so much for you, like, why take that extra step of teaching others? Like, you
Okay,
know what I'm trying to say? Because I guess
okay,
that's just a disposition people have.
great question. Okay, so the first question is my mentorship. My mentorship is international. Um, Basically, we can do it over Zoom or we can do it in person, right?
Mm,
So my mentorship in person is 750, right? And then my mentorship over Zoom is 500, right? And then this mentorship is not a once-off mentorship, right? So once you pay, okay, you only pay once. However, I will still be teaching you until you get. It's like lifetime, basically. I'll be
mm,
teaching you everything, and I'll be sharing you my analysis. I'll be sharing you why I'm trading this. I'll be sharing with you different setups. So whatever I'm trading, you will trade with me. Basically, that's my mentorship, right? And it gets to a point whereby you're so comfortable, you end up ignoring me, right?
mm,
So the other thing as well as to why people do mentorship, right? Understand that the amount of work you put into Forex is no joke. The amount of sleepless
mm,
nights you have is no joke. So I will never willingly go and want to teach people Forex. But guys see me trade and they're like, yo, can you teach me? And I'm like, okay, yeah, but it won't be for free. Because the amount of
Because
stuff
it's your
I've
time.
put in,
Because it's your time.
it's my time. It's
There's
definitely
nothing,
my
guys,
time.
like,
Yeah.
whenever someone says to me, we are doing this, help us, and there's money involved, and I'm like, help?
Yes.
Like, if you want a service, you pay for a service. I think that's
Very
that's the
much true.
basics. Yeah.
Very much true. And the thing with scammers is that if someone comes to you and says, "Let me teach you Forex," it's a scam. Run away.
Mm,
If I am coming to you and I am saying I want to teach you Forex, I basically just want your money.
mm.
I will never ever in my life send you a message saying, "Yo, let me help you learn Forex." I will never DM you. I will never ever do that, right? You have to come to me. All I will do is just show you I'm doing mentorship, but I will never look for you and say, "Come and let me teach you." Guys who do that, guys who are targeting people, those are your scammers, right? So
Mm.
that's why people charge for mentorship, because you've put a whole year into this. You've put so much work. You've slept late. Guys are saying give up. You've lost so much money. You come to me and say teach me, and I'm gonna show you for free.
No, it's impossible. It's
It's
impossible.
impossible.
I
So
mean,
that's why
if
people,
if you
yeah,
also going to use the information, you must have paid for it. That's what I've seen. You know,
exactly.
people rarely use free things. They take them for granted. So I think even for all of us as entrepreneurs, when you're offering your services, you know, don't have this imposter syndrome about things. Take yourself seriously, right? If it's a service,
Yeah,
you charge for it. Otherwise, you're wasting
very
time.
true.
So normally, when you start with a brokerage, do you have to is there any fees that you have to pay, or how does it work?
Oh no, no. The only thing you have to do is supply them with the documentation to show that you're of age. You have to be over 18 to trade. Trading is free to anybody. The skill is simple. Even someone who's 14 can understand it. So all you have to do is go into the brokerage site, submit your documents, and then yeah, from there you're sorted.
Okay, what are signals? Someone is asking, does he provide signals? What are signals, and do you provide them? What
Yes,
do
I
they help you
provide.
see?
Yes, I provide signals. However, I hate them, and let me tell you
Uh,
why I hate them. Right.
mm,
So signals are basically when to buy and when to sell. So basically I'll be like, guys, you can now trade NAS 100, buy NAS 100 at this time. And then they'll buy, and then whatever happens, happens. Right. So signals basically tell you when to enter a trade. Right. The reason why I hate signals is because understand that my account is different to your account. Right. So
mm,
let's say today let's say today I make 20,000 Rand. Understand that I will not trade for the entire week. However, you are relying on my signals for the entire week. So now basically I must now work for you. That makes sense. Right. So if I reach my goalie, my goal targets for that week at an earlier stage, I won't push for more. Because when you push for more, you're being greedy, right? So yes, I do send signals, but I only send them when I am trading. Because I have students already now who ask me, bro, signals. And I'm just like, listen, I only give the signals when I see setups, right? I will only send them when the market provides nice, clean setups. I don't just send signals like that, but I do send them.
mm.
But just understand that the best thing to do is to um, is to understand the skill. So what I do is my mentorship is I provide mentorship and only signals, but I don't like doing the only signals thing. I would prefer you to try and understand the skill and get the signals, right? Because when you understand the skill, if I'm offline, you can try and implement your own trades, right? So the thing with
Mm.
signals is like people basically rely on you, and yeah. So I do it, but like I don't like it, but I do give the signals.
Awesome. And you talked about when you see a setup, what's that? And I think someone asked about a setup. I think it was Lulu or something. She asked about a setup.
A setup is basically my strategy. So I can't really say much on that because that's how
Or
I
it's just your
trade.
strategy.
So yeah, that's my
All
strategy.
right. No, that's cool, bro. That's cool. I think thank you for your time.